just perplexed.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm just trying to get myself organized, guys, here. Sorry. Give me just 1 second. Why is this not working? Oh, man. What's going on? There we go. Sorry. Had to get myself organized a little bit. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Screen should be good. Peter, good morning. Kwandir, Sandeepa, everybody. Hi. We are back in business. Already made some money in DAX. I got a really, really cool show for you today. Guys, lots of new stuff that we're going to share with you in the London session. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We're going to get everybody organized. And I'm going to talk a lot about all the new stuff that I did. Let's clear all of our charts. Already made $100 in DAX. And we'll just keep looking, seeing if there's more opportunities. Let's take a look at gold right now. Where's gold? Okay. Not much going on in gold. A little bit quiet. And Bitcoin. Bitcoin is definitely looking like a buy. I'm watching Bitcoin right now here. And I'm going to be looking for it as a buy. We're going to have to, let me just make this correct. It's 0.1. Refresh. Actually modify. This is the FlashTrader dashboard. So it's all my trades. You guys, positional trade, portion trading. I trade in portions. This allows me to place all my portions in the same time, which is really, really, really cool. To actually complete above. All right, let's go. I'm going to go market, and I'm going to show you exactly how this whole thing works, which is really, really cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into limit. So we bought Bitcoin 95.5, and probably the next one I want 95.3, and then minus 400, right? And then we'll place the orders. And so like this places all the orders from me all at once in my tranche format. I'll show you a lot more as the week goes by. This is kind of like the beta version of the product. And allow in New York and gold. So this is FlashTrader in its simplest form, where you just simply can buy. What's really, really cool about the dashboard, if I were to lay this down here, I'm just going to lay it down for you here. And let's, we're going to go to our typical three tranche setting, right? And put the lots at 1, put the multiplier at 2, 4, hit the button, everything gets propagated. And here we'll put the take profits. I want to put the take profit at 1, propagated this at 1. So here's something, I don't have a trade in gold right now, so I can't really make it, but I'll show it to you how. What's very, very cool is I could place literally one single trade that will trade as a full sequence layer, just like you see me doing this in Bitcoin. I just placed one single trade, and then I can manage everything from one single chart, versus before we had to have like 4 separate charts for a gold, 4 separate charts for allows multiple positions. You can go up to 15 positions just trading it off of one chart, which is something that I think people would really, really love. So that's really, really. Hang on a second. Let me just make sure I'm seeing everything correctly here. Let me make sure I see you guys. Let me make sure I'm on the right. I'm on the right internet. Okay. All right. You guys, internet is okay, right? Everybody's seeing me. Everybody's hearing me. All good, right? So to sign up for this, to get access to this, and this is going to be coming. Those of you who have an account with ACAP and you've already sort of made your deposit and gotten FlashTrader, I will add this to the Dropbox link that you already have. And those of you who are new, who want to get this is going to be available by next week, and that's going to make just your life so much easier. So if you want the tools to use for anything, but of course optimized to use for my scalping strategies, just be sure to QR the code over there, deposit the money. If you already have an account, just top it off. If you don't have an account, just open one up. If you can't open an account, then email me. We'll have other arrangements. I keep dropping in and out, guys. Does everybody hear my sound? For some reason, I did see the internet here kind of dry out. Is it better now? Let's somebody give me a thumbs up. Tell me if you hear my voice, see myself clearly. I see myself on this other chart pretty clearly, but I want to make sure. How are you guys seeing me? It's good now, right? Yeah. I saw there was some kind of a thing. Oh, look at this. And you see, we already made a full thing. Now, this is the beautiful thing about the tool, is that I'm not even paying attention. The tool just made money for me. And now all I got to do is hit the CA button and all the trades are cleared. So 2 trades to the good, one in Bitcoin, one in the German, which we can watch over here. See what's going on with the German. To the new thing, the other thing that I want to show you here. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I have this correctly. Where am I? This one. Okay. So let me just get rid of this. And I want to show you the new version of Scalper, which is just the bomb, the 1.50. So one of the great schemes in terms of uh, or one of the great arbitrages in terms of like getting BK value is this particular product obviously is only part of BK, right? And you'd have to pay us money to get the BK scalper. However, because FlashTrader is inextricably tied to BK Scalper, because FlashTrader is the MT5 execution tool, but the scalper is the trading view indicator, I am actually giving you access to BK Scalper absolutely for free if you get an account, or you top an account off at ACAP. So this is like a super cheap way to get access to Scalper, which is really amazing because the new version, the 1.5 version, was just killing it yesterday. So let's take a look at all of the things that the new version has in it that allows you to trade both trend and counter trend with impunity. I'm going to go through this a little bit in more detail. I actually have a full video that I made on this in the US session that I'm cutting today, and then I will make it into a standalone YouTube video, and I'll be posting that link to everybody so that you guys can review all the full details. But the basic idea here is I've quantified every single trade I do so that it can be visually shown on the charts, both as a trend component and a counter trend component. And that's what makes it so fascinating as a tool set. I think probably the German, since this is the most active of all the tools. See, this was the German trade I made just before I came online here, because this was an easy giveaway signal. So let's start with the idea first of all that, and this is really the heart of all the trades that I do. Let's start with the idea that Scalper does the following. It tries to trade trend off a 1 minute chart with 208 period SMA. Now those settings can absolutely be your own. That everything is user configurable, but these are the default settings, and I recommend you keep all the default settings in Scalper because it makes it much easier to just stay with the trade signals and not really get crazy. So the first order of business right now is we're watching this is that Scalper is showing us a clean, clear trend signal, continuity mode signal in a strong mode right here, strong trend mode. Got 25 seconds left. If this trade stays in business, we're going to go back and place it on our MT5 dashboard trade. So about 10, 11 seconds. Candle is still pretty good. I think it's pretty good. We can go back here, go back to the German, and just place the trade as a buy trade. Okay, so now we're in. German gave us a buy signal trade. Now here's what's really cool about how this works. And there is a so let's go back to the BK scalper to just talk about all of the signals that it generates. So this is just a classic clean trend signal. 8 above the 200. There is a breakout candle. Now, the point is that, of course, not every signal is going to work, which is why we work with what I call a tranche structure, where I buy partially here. If it doesn't work, partially here, a little bit partially here, and then if the whole thing doesn't work, we blow out of the position, and have to take our loss. And even at that point, we can repair that trade by coming in larger on the next position. But generally, most of the time, we're able to resolve these trades successfully or at break even. We're really looking for to resolve a trade successfully at break even and make a few tactical trades during the London session to make it work. But what's really really cool about this indicator today seems to be a very flat day. I'm looking at generally DAX when we open up, it really starts to pop, right? It starts to have like 300, 400, 100, 200 point movements. That's what we really want, either as trend or counter trend moves to make our structure. But today it seems very very flat. One of the reasons why I know it's flat is that the separation between the 200 period moving average and the 80 period moving average is very small. It's only 7 basis points, 7/100th of 1% wide. What we like to see, and I'll have to probably go to yesterday. I'm actually looking. DAX was really really quiet. There was here it is finally. So what we like to see is when the candles turn either red or green. That is when it enters into what we call the super trend category. And within the super trend category, you can see that it generates a whole bunch of really interesting both trend. This is a trend signal, and counter trend signals. Counter trend signals in this particular indicator are always marked orange against this fireballs of orange. These fireballs of orange suggest huge sell-offs on a very short-term time frame. 10 basis points of separation between the moving average and the price. Just telling you, wow, momentum is really picking up, and it will show it to you both to the upside and to the downside. And so there's two ways to trade that. You can say, oh, it's really really oversold. I'm gonna counter trend trade this, or this is a big momentum signal. I'm gonna trade it as a momentum signal to the downside. So either way, you can make some really interesting moves. Furthermore, what's really cool here, and because there's so many signals, I can clean them up for you and just sort of let me take all this off. And if I take all of this off, right? Just what I've done is I've just said, show me super trend, counter trend signals. So when something is in a super trend, when something is in a long term, very intense selling or buying trend, right? Show me the potential turn signals in the trade, and you can see that it's showing you the potential turn signals over here, right? Or conversely, I could say only show me strong super trend signals. Don't show me any counter trend signals, and it will just show me strong super trend signals. Now the DAX is really, I'm actually surprised at how little movement there is, super trend movement there is in DAX. You see, it's just very, very flat. There's a little bit of green movement over here when we opened up in the Asia session trade, but so far DAX has just been really not showing any kind of direction. It's really, really flat. And one of the cool things you can do is you could say, I'm not even going to engage with an instrument until it's showing me super trend conditions, because when you're in this kind of flat type of design, there's very little directionality happening. Like gold is also super flat today. There's just no looking at it from this perspective, you see there's just no super trend conditions. Candles are neither colored green nor red as part of their movement. Here you start to see, like at the beginning of North American trade, we had some super trend conditions here to the downside. Still very, very flat. Yeah, yesterday was kind of a quiet day across everything. Let me see what NASDAQ is doing. So NASDAQ obviously not having any. Oh no! Look at this is interesting. So in the European session here, NASDAQ. Oh, maybe we could take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ is having a little bit of a super trend breakout where we clearly went into the green zone. Now this is the thing. It's very rare that during the European session this type of strategy holds. Like in other words, there's continuity. So one of the things I like to do is to look at counter trend signals in super trend mode. So let's see, and there's actually one counter trend signal over here. That means it went from very, very clean super trend phase to now coming out of super trend phase. And one possibility is if I wanted to trade the Nasdaq here with you guys, is for me to short it over here. I'm a little bit late on the trade here. It's 96. Yeah, the trade would have already occurred, so I'm not going to take the signal. But you see how there is just incredible amount of really interesting possibilities of how you want to trade. Whether you want to filter it out by saying, hey, I'm just not even going to engage with the market until it goes super trend, and then I'm going to trade continuity or reversals on the moves. Or you could just trade, the shorter term signals, like all the continuity and all the short term reversal signals, and see how those pop up. So this was a continuity signal here. The German is just really not doing anything, huh? So the German, did we? I wonder if the German gave me a second entry. Yes. Oh my God! Look at this. I look without me even paying any attention. Right? Here's what happened in the German. Because while I was trying to explain to you everything that's going on, look how cool the dashboard was. So remember, I told you I buy in tranches. So I bought the first tranche over here. I bought the second tranche over here, and all we're looking for is like a 10-point move here to resolve, because this 10 full profit. So because we had double the position on the second positions. So this particular peanut, we were able to take everything out. Oh no, I'm sorry, we weren't able to take everything out. I should have been watching this. I'm still carrying the second tranche position, so I'm just going to close this out. It becomes a minor profit versus a bigger profit because I had taken but now it just became only like plus lack of control. But hey guys. Hey guys, are we having issues with sound? I just realized that we're all having issues with sound. Am I back? Give me the give me a thumbs up and tell me if you guys hear me on sound. It sounds like it's just breaking up. The sound is just not working today. Wow. So you guys missed the whole DAX resolution and everything else. Did you guys see it? Wow. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know why. It's I think it's a StreamYard thing because my my connectivity is fine. StreamYard, I see StreamYard is just having an issue here. It seems to be lagging. This happens occasionally. We've had this like a couple of weeks ago. So I'm really sorry, guys, that it's really cutting out. I'll repeat everything tomorrow. We're going to be talking about this in much more details. But so somebody is saying to me a couple of questions. Where can you hear more detail regarding to my EA? Do we have a Discord? Yes, Code Trader, you can join us if you want to join our Discord. Here's the discount link to join our Discord. I'm just putting it up here for you, and you can certainly hear a lot more about it with me specifically. This is not an EA. I just want everybody to understand this. This is it's an EA, but it's not it's a tool. It's an EA that is a trading tool. You do all the trading here. You make all the decisions. This helps you just simply configure and trade your positions really well. Okay. Yeah, somebody's telling me about it's the DAX 40. It is the DAX 40, but everybody just calls it DAX 30 because of tradition and convention. Anyways, what I was going to say to you is if you were looking at the DAX, I just want to show you. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so I want to show you sort of the anatomy of this trade. I bought this trade at 256, right? As part of my first position, my first tranche. Then I bought the second position at 230. I didn't buy it. I already had it preset, and the tool set it for me. I bought it at 236, right? And then all I had to do was both positions got taken out at 246. So I bought this over here on a trend basis. It dipped, as it often does. I bought the second tranche over here. Both positions came out over here, and they resolved positively. And the whole trade resolved positively on us. And the reason why this obviously works is because of the framework that I use, where I'm using 1 unit over here, 2 units over here, 4 units over here. So when I have the move back, when I have the whole position move back, it has to move back very, very little movement to make the whole position turn profitable. And that's how we excuse me, that's how we constantly make money, because we just basically buy good signals. A lot of times we don't have to do anything. The first signal is the good signal, but when we have to work our way out and repair, it only takes us just maybe 1 or 2 repair positions. Let's say you bought this over here, it would be the same thing. You bought this at 45. You were able to buy the second position at 25. You didn't even have to do this. You didn't have, the second position would have been 25. None of it would have happened. You would just simply stayed here, and it would have cleared over here as a trade. So the whole idea is that every 20 to 30 minutes, you're able to see a signal which you can then resolve positively. So that means that if you're trading for 3-4 hours, you're talking about 5-6 positive trades per instrument. And if you're trading 3 or 4 instruments, you're talking about 10 10 possible trades per instrument. Now here's a signal in gold that just showed up. This is a trend signal which we did not take. That doesn't look very, very good. And this looks like it could be a failed signal. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just simply rushing late to the signal, I'm going to watch this and watch for a confirmation. So this signal, the goal, as I said to you, everything seems really, really, really quiet today. It's just there's no directional movement. So when something is ranging, the good thing about this particular strategy is that when it ranges, because we're using portions, it doesn't matter. Like, for example, if I was short over here, I would have been short 69s. The next trade would have been 72s right over here, right? And the next trade would have been 75s. So I would have been short 69s, 72s, 75s, and the whole thing would have resolved over here down this way. Then conversely, if I was long over here at 72s, well, this trade would have resolved. But just to give you an idea, if this trade was 70, the next trade would be 67. Another trade would be over here, and all it has to do is just bounce back a little bit, and it wouldn't have it would have resolved. So even in a range-based structure, I'm able to resolve almost all of my trades. I have no positions in DAX. We as I said to you, we bought the position here, bought a second position here, and then resolved the whole thing over here in a 2-step process. With my tranche trading system, I give myself a 3-step process: first entry, second entry, third entry, and then a terminal stop out of the whole position. Now that terminal stop takes place very rarely. The whole idea is maybe once every 2 days would be a really good cycle, because if I'm doing 10, 15, 20 trades a day, and I'm only getting clipped once every 2 days, that means I'm getting clipped once every 40 trades. So I'm much more positive in the overall scheme of things. Sometimes if I'm doing a good job, I can go 3 or 4 days without ever getting stopped out. And so that's very, very productive, because every single day you build all this P&L. It's essentially the idea of trading like an insurance company, where you collect a small amount of premium from lots and lots and lots and lots of people, and build up this really big reservoir of profit. And if you have to pay out 1 or 2 people, that works fine. Now, just like with insurance companies, yes, you will occasionally have really, really bad moves. The only chart structure which really hurts us, and it's a very, very rare chart structure, is the following chart structure. Let me show this to you. It would be a V-shaped move where you go up and you come straight down, and there's no repair, there's no bounces back, because I make money on bounces back if I'm trading something in a in a reversal move. If I hit the reversal move, this works beautifully. The V shape on a reversal moves works great. The best type of structures for us is really what I just do here. I want to remove drawings, remove eight drawings. The really best structure is the one that happened yesterday, all throughout the day in NASDAQ. By the way, you see the NASDAQ trade, the reversal NASDAQ trade. This really worked quite nicely. I was just late on the move here, but we could have made money on this nice clean reversal trade. But like yesterday, throughout the day, let me just take you to North American session. In North American session yesterday, you had some really great movements because you had these sharp moves, right? Super trend moves that then corrected. So you bought continuity, you bought the second trade, the continuity worked, then you sold reversals, you sold all these red reversals. All of those things worked really well. Then you bought the greens, they dipped a little bit and they reversed and they worked really well. You basically had a sequence here from 1 o'clock until 3 o'clock where I had 10 consecutive positive trades, both on the trend side and counter trend side. Very productive. Like this kind of a chart pattern, which is a mildly trending with peaks and valleys, is absolutely perfect for this strategy. It just makes it so much easier to trade it. All right, let's take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. Let's see if there's any setups for us over here. Oh, Bitcoin blew up. Bitcoin blew up into, so the Bitcoin. This is great. I love trading Bitcoin because Bitcoin is always going to be the most volatile instrument. So therefore, it gives us quite a lot of signals. So what's going on with Bitcoin? Let's analyze this. Bitcoin now is in a super trend up position. It's green, right? It's you see these little yellow fireballs. That means it's really stretched away from its short-term moving average. It's overbought and it's a super trend buy position. Now, when we're in this type of a structure, right? Let me make sure that everybody's seeing this. And I'm kind of I think I'm watching myself here on my second screen to make sure that you guys are seeing everything okay. Give me just a thumbs up, just an emoji thumbs up that you hear me well. There's no breaks in sound. Everything is good, because I want to make sure that everybody is seeing well today. Because for some reason the StreamYard continuity here. Okay, so it looks like you broadcast. I see myself being broadcast pretty well. Although it's just, Jesus, wow, it's really slow on the. Yeah, it's like it's like I have double fiber optic in this house, and it's just not working well today. All right, looks like I have to go back to the city. I'm in Jersey today, so. Anyways, what's really cool is Bitcoin is just sort of like the poster child for creating lots and lots of interesting setups for us, right? So we have a super trend breakout. Let's kind of analyze it. We don't have any trades right now. We don't even have any signals right now because it's clearly overbought. But the beautiful thing about it is the indicator isn't going to try and guess the overbought conditions. It's only going to signal to you if I want to make sure everything is marked off here. It's only going to signal to you once the price action actually shows you some weakness. So, for example, if we're looking for counter trend signals here, we would be looking for the price to dip below the moving average, and for like this little orange diamond to show up, telling us, oh, there's a potential counter trend right here. See, there's a potential counter trend sell signal over here at this particular level. Now, the sell signal is not even a signal until the candle completes. We have 48 seconds left here to complete. As a matter of fact, let's just, while this is forming, let's make sure that let's go back to our Bitcoin chart, make sure that everything is nice and cleanly set up. We can go to market, right? And if indeed this gives us a signal, we can go back to it and trade it, but it doesn't. You see, that's what I was going to say to you. See, it doesn't give you a signal. And this is very important. You want to wait until, because the market will very often fake you out. And if you commit too early, you're just going to be, in for a world of pain as it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. We actually want to see it lose the 8-period SMA. We want to see some evidence that there's even a modicum of profit taking going on here. Right now, the buyers have shown support. The buyers are basically buying at the moving average. They are just, relentlessly pushing this up. I mean, look at this. We're up 1,000 points in this hour as Europe clearly likes. Basically, everybody loves risk right now. Everything. You look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq really blew up. Nasdaq is also, by the way. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq trade. So sorry, this is about 30 seconds left. I'll keep watching this carefully. Let's see what the German is doing. The German is doing nothing. Nasdaq is doing nothing. Wow, it's interesting. It's really only Bitcoin is leading the way. Okay, so Bitcoin is the only risk asset that's just kind of performing. Everything else is super quiet. 16 seconds left. Let me just take a look at gold here. No, nothing. So Bitcoin is our only signal here. Again, do we have a signal? Let's watch this. I don't think we do yet. It's the 654. See, disappears. Gotta wait. I'm going to stay very patient with this trade. Next candle. So what's interesting is European session. What a surprise! Nothing else is moving, but Bitcoin has had just a big risk positive move. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is up 2.5%, 2,000 points. Really nice big move. And I trade obviously very short-term small profits. You don't have to. You could, those of you who want to. There's lots of guys in my room who use this indicator, and I'll show this to you. So, who just use it on, all they want to do is look for just pure trend signals. So if I was going to do something like this, right? So I'm going to go super trend. No, I'm not on the short term. Just strong super trend move. Get rid of all the counter trend moves. Say okay. And then all they do is they take these kind of long-term signals like this signal over here, and stay with them for 1,000 points, right? They don't have, the thing is, they don't have, obviously the better the signal, the rarer it is. And of course, these are going to be 1 or 2 per session, maybe even 1 or 2 per day. But if you're a long-term trend trader, all you got to do is just simply go into clean trend mode like this, and just trade one of these big breakout signals, and you'll be in really great shape. Especially with Bitcoin, just tends to have generally very good continuity signals. It's rare that you're going to go into super trend mode and not stay in it for at least an hour afterwards. And the longer you stay in super trend mode, by its very definition, means that you're going to be profitable, and it's going to carry you to higher rates. You see, by the way, how it's totally not showing any corrective moves, right? It's actually going higher. And because all I'm looking for is kind of right now short-term signals. I don't have any signals to do, but the beautiful thing is the indicator is totally keeping me out of false trades. It's not not triggering any signal for me because there's no signal to trigger. There's no weakness. The instrument is showing zero weakness right now. It's just all pure strength. And as I said, if you're a pure trend trader, you can do this. Now these little fireballs over here, and I think they're a little bit triggered for people in LA. I know people in LA who are just facing just horrible situation right now. We have family that's actually coming out to New York as a result of it. I feel you. They were. I had a customer in LA who was getting triggered by the fact that these fireballs were on the chart. But I think it's a very clean emotional way of showing you overbought conditions. This is telling you basically that, hey, on a short-term basis, this is really going into an overbought condition. Now, overbought doesn't mean that it's overbought. It just means that there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of momentum to the upside, a lot of momentum to the downside. So here you have a lot of upside momentum right now. But so far, the momentum has not been lost, right? And yeah, you're absolutely right. It does this. The whole point of the indicator is to give you some edge. The whole point is to give you the edge in trading, whether you're a trend trader or counter trend trader, and just let it run. So I'm going to go back into all modes. The chart does get very sometimes very busy this way, but it helps me read all the signals that we have. So far, no signals on Bitcoin. I'm not committing to anything on Bitcoin. Gold is just doing nothing. German is really doing nothing. The German is I'm watching the German because German looks like everything you see. If you look at risk, Nasdaq is up today, S&P is up today. Um, oh, you know, one of the things that we haven't, I have really not, I haven't done this, but now I can with this new tool that I have, which is really cool. Um, we haven't traded US 30. And generally, you know, US no in America, people trade the S&P, but in Europe, people trade US 30. US 30 actually would have been would be a really interesting signal here. I mean, you know, it's um, you'd have to trade this, I guess, 43 to, yeah, you could, if you traded this for with 40-point stops. So you would have US 30. I would be trading with a 20 target 40. The stops would be in 40-point increments. So I'd come in, there'd be a second buy at 40 under, third buy 40 under, and then the final stop would be 40 under. So it'd be like a 120 stop on the whole position with a 20-point resolution, which would be fine. Like, just to give you an idea, if you even if you came in over here, you bought 370, your next purchase would have been 370 would be 330, right? It would be 330 over here. What is it right over here? Is that right? Yeah, I guess it would be 330. Maybe 40 points. 40-point spreads is going to be too tight. I think you might have to go 30-point spreads. You'd have to go 40, 340, which would be like right over here, and then you would make 15. I think you'd have to do 30, 15, and then at 15 points you'd resolve it. Yeah, I think you'd have to be just a little bit under the 1 basis points. Sorry, I'm just trying to calculate on the fly how I would trade this. And even if you traded this, or you sold this 56, the next one would be 86, which would be like right over here, and then be resolved right back down to 70. It would have totally resolved. Yeah. Yeah. We might put the US 30 into play as well here. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still soaring. No, Bitcoin they just want to take it up to 96,800. All right. The German is. I was looking at the German. German looks like it might be a little bit positive. I'm going to look for a signal in the German here as a potential trade for us. Here, Nasdaq doing nothing, but also looks relatively positive. And US 30 definitely looks positive. Now, all of these guys are in positive mode, but very subdued. They're not really. The moving averages are pretty quiet to each other. There's not a lot of directionality and movement right now, but it's hanging in there. Okay, I'm waiting to see just a modicum of weakness out of Bitcoin to see if we have potentially a reversal trade here. So Bitcoin is our best chance for a signal right now, given the fact that everything else is sort of very, very quiet. But you can see, if you're a trend trader, at what kind of a massive momentum. You see, all you got to do as a trend trader, this thing is going to give you a. This is the. I'm just looking for right here. This black triangle and the green triangle. That is a super trend signal. The super trend signal is always giving you the direction up top. And the black triangle tells you basically it went from black candles to green candles, giving you a super trend signal. So this would have been your super trend signal right over here. I'm going to highlight it. I wonder if I can do this with a circle. Yeah, this is your super trend signal right over here. And look how great it was. It's just one trade, and you could have had like a really good move. If you're not a short-term trader, you could have had a really nice move here. Or you could have had these are counter trend signals, the little diamond. So you could have taken this for 100 points, nice and easy. You would have taken this. This would have taken you probably 2 trades to resolve. You sold 523. You your next level would be like 723, which would have been right over here, and you would have resolved it right over here on your second trade. So whichever way you wanted to go, you had really nice possibilities here. My favorite trade for if you're like um, if you like to pick turns throughout the day. I'm watching. I'm watching Bitcoin because I'm looking to see if I get a signal here. So we're testing the moving average, but still holding support above the 8 period moving average. Look how wide we are on the ranges. We're 146 basis points, 1.5% wide. You see this? It's like a gap, like an alligator mouth wide open, right? So generally, um, that's obviously a sign of a strong trend, but it's also a sign of potentially a little bit of a correction. Moving averages tend to expand and contract, expand and contract. All price action tends to do that. So we're trying to handicap that behavior as it trades out. Still no signals. You see how it's forcing me to be super patient and not fall, not fall for for a false sell here, for a false sell there. All of those things um, would have kept me would have been too early. Okay, I'm gonna put the 8 cap link in here so you guys can, if you want the tool set, you can definitely get it. In the meantime, I'm just unbelievable, man. This has been like, if you're on the opposite side of this trade, which is great, but obviously the whole point is you don't know that this is going to be. It's very rare that you have these just one way highway move here, right? But if you're on the opposite side of this trade, you need to understand that we have been in a one way move for 45 minutes without any pause. That's really unusual. Um, it shows you just how strong the buyers have been over the last hour and a half. German is looking to come back into the buy mode. Nasdaq is also looking to come back into the buy mode. So what's going on with Nasdaq? Okay, we're just we're looking to see if we get any trend signals on Nasdaq here. And gold has been super quiet. Gold is actually looking very negative, right? Gold is actually starting to open up a nice big wide gap to the downside, although it doesn't have any signals for us. And the reason why is because it's been so strong to the downside. There's been no move back up and back down, which would give us a signal. So gold is also a potential trade here. Let's watch gold here. Oh, okay. Let's watch Bitcoin for just 1 second. We can set the Bitcoin trade up, and then we turn our attention to gold. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Wow, I am really impressed at how the buyers are just refusing to let this trade pause. I will say this though: you've had over the last 5 minutes no forward price action. Right in front of the 97 level, there's been like a little bit of a pause. Now it's interesting. Let's see if they're going to run the 97,000 level. The profit taking is probably going to come afterwards, after that 97,000. So let's watch this a little bit carefully. Look at gold too. I'm going to watch gold, see if I have a signal here sometime down the road. Not really. 10 seconds left. Nope. No movement. Feels like, so today's Tuesday, right? Generally pretty quiet day. Feels like markets are just waiting for a couple of things. They're waiting for the CPI data on Thursday, which I'm going to trade live. If you guys want to come join us, 8:30 in the morning, I'm definitely going to trade that live. And it kind of feels like they're waiting for Trump to come into the office. Markets are just really not doing anything until that point. So they're just they're small moves up, small moves down. They're kind of ranging in and out. Bitcoin did a bop through the 97s. They did take out 97. So this is interesting. So the Bitcoin did test the 97s, still pressing higher. Let's see if they want to press this level more. Super interesting. Really big move here, huh? So they tagged it. Now, this is interesting. So they tagged at 97, but they're still not really taking any profits. They're still staying here stronger. So we'll see if the bulls can come in. Gold is just doing nothing. It's really gold has been gold has really sort of lost a lot of its luster over the last couple of months. It's just been much more of a range bound trade than a directional trade. So a little bit more difficult. Look at Bitcoin. Yeah, baby. 97,000. There we go. So where are we going next? It may, now we have to just be patient with it, let it pause. Notice how the thing has kept me out of this one-way vicious market. But by the way, if you're going to counter trend, that is this is the death knell of counter trenders, right? A one-way market that does not correct, right? So, and occasionally I'll get caught in this. But the beautiful thing about the way I reconfigured the indicator is I try to get caught in it as rarely as possible. And so far, it's really kept me out of trouble, right? Really kept me out of trouble on this trade. Big moves, man. Wow. 97 just did not even now they're going to take it high. Now it looks like it's 97.5 before they pause it. So now it comes into this level as a trade. How is I'm going to go just on a 15-minute chart just to see where everything lies. We haven't been here in a long time. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. We haven't been at 97 since a week ago. So this has made a full turn from a week ago. Wow, it's pretty impressive. Okay, back to the 1-minute chart. See how it goes. So just kind of run you through why my tranche system is so resilient. I want to show you a hypothetical trade here, because we didn't do this in gold because I didn't like the gold position. But let's imagine I took the 67.50 trade, first trade. The second trade here would have to be 3 points down at 67.50, which would be right over 67.50, somewhere around here, right? The third trade would have been at 64.50, and actually, oh, sorry. And actually, the 64.50 did not happen, right? Just did not happen. I just missed my third tranche entry. Had I taken the third tranche entry, it would have been resolved here. But just taking the second tranche entry and making this whole big circle, I would have been able to take the full position over here because I'm long one, long two. All I need is for it to go $1 higher, and the whole position resolves positive. Because this one only loses like a half a position, and this thing collects two, plus two positions, and just basically trades fine. So even in a very very ugly false positive like this one, I would have been able to resolve it nicely. All right, back to Bitcoin just soaring, guys. I think the best thing I can tell you about this trade is that I didn't take it, right? Like the indicator did not take me into the trade. I think we might have to go to 500 before it exhausts itself. Jesus, it's really unbelievable. This is a very, very, like when you have a trend that just does not stop for an hour or an hour and a half without any correction. I'm talking about there's not even a correction intra-trend against the 8-period SMA. That's a really, really nice big trend. In contrast, are we getting corrective moves here? Okay, 23 seconds. Let's see. We're finally getting that break of the 97s. Let's be patient here. 16 seconds left. We are pre-set up to go short on here if we have to. We can watch it over here because as long as it stays below the moving average, and so far it doesn't. So far it doesn't. No trades. Where's my thing here? No trades. Look at that. Did not give us a signal. Still, look at this. They tested it and they brought it back up. But this is, I think, it is getting a little, getting overbought. I've been saying this for the last 25 minutes, but because look at this. We had pauses over here, and none of them turned corrective. And now we have a pause over here. Just like none of them turning corrective. It's just that is a sign of a monster trend. It's actually fun to kind of watch it this way because it gives you a visual idea. All right, let's see if this finally gets a little weak. 53 seconds. Still got to wait for 50 seconds for us to see if this is indeed going to be a signal. "30 seconds left on the on the potential signal." Waiting very patiently. I'm going to wait for the candle to complete. I'm not going to jump the gun until it really completes and actually prints a signal on the chart. So 1, 2, it's good. We can go over here and sell Bitcoin. Okay, so we short Bitcoin now. Now all we have to do, just hit this R button. Oh no, sorry, going to go to my limit mode. Sorry, go to limit mode, hit the R button, and that will tell us our entry on Bitcoin. And then all we have to do is we're just going to say I'm going to sell plus 200 because I'm short. Plus 200 plus 400 above. And then lay out my orders. So I'm selling limit at Um, so we sold 97,091. The second tranche would be 291. The third, our entry tranches here on the this plays out. So I'm short here. Remember, with Bitcoin, you have lots and lots of spread, so you really have to give yourself just enormous amount of room to kind of trade this. Um, to have like this little dashboard, FlashTrader dashboard. It's just so easy to lay out all your trades. And then once, if this trade resolves, all you got to do is hit this CA button, clear all, and everything is going to disappear off the chart. You won't have any dangling trades, dangling orders left at all. And my target is going to be. Now you can actually see this. I can put the bid asks over here. Let's see how well it's trading. Now 97, which was the big resistance, a support, but the shorts are trying to see if they could break it underneath here to just trigger a little bit of stop orders. But it's holding. It's holding. Let's see. It very likely could come back up and do a double top test. At which point that works. Oh man. Is everybody following this? Does anybody have any questions on what I'm doing? You guys following the price action, the kind of the logic, the methodology? You guys like the indicator? New York session today, 9:30. So come join me. Hopefully, we get a little bit more volatility on that trade. We're bouncing around. This may take a little while. So we need the price action to come down right over here, like 96.8 in the high 800s for us from me to TP. And you see it's really, really tight, right? So this is the first corrective signal in an hour and a half. It's very possible they can come back and do a double top test here before they fully correct. But they're really fighting there's just buyers coming in here above 97. They're refusing to let it go. So once they do let it go, I think it will drop pretty quickly. So we just have to be very patient on this position. Unfortunately, I may have to leave you guys and tell you tomorrow how the whole trade resolved, because I have a meeting at 5:00. This trade is really going on long, but you can watch it yourselves. You can follow it yourselves. Thank you, Code Trader. I'm glad you just joined ACAP. Just anybody who joined ACAP or anybody who topped off their ACAP deposit, just let me actually put my contact at bktraders.com. Just email me, and I will enable all of this for you. contactgetyours.com. Enter. Okay. Just, get a hold of us. Okay, my friends, I got to run. Everybody have a wonderful day. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I think it was Jersey. It's the land of the flying UFOs and the drones. They must have interfered with our thing. But overall, I think, as the day went by, you guys were able to see all the price action. Most importantly, you get to see the new scalper indicator, the new dashboard, which is, makes it so much easier to trade. And hopefully you guys really, really enjoy everything. I'm going to see everybody tomorrow. Same time, same station. I'll update you on how this goes. Otherwise, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.